put on my music. Let's go back to where we were. Oh, I'll start that. That's fine. So, we were in Exorcism. Nope. This one. Run test. So I did notice yesterday that I was thinking that that red color is a little ugly. Oh, let me check my sound. I'm going to adjust that red color. Okay, I can hear the music. Alright, that's fine. Okay. That red, I don't know. It was a little hard to read yesterday. I think it's the light red. Wait a minute. No, which one is it? I think that's supposed to be a really bright red, and it's not. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. Okay, so I think it should be, honestly, it should probably be almost a pure red. So, yeah, so that's like a pure red. What can I do to make it look better? Or is it fine? Maybe it's fine. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. It's whatever. All right. Okay, so we have 8 more. So what I was gonna do next, what I need to do next is figure out which of the 8 that are failing is the simplest. All right, I don't want to do Dutch yet, I don't think. I think I want to do this one probably. Overlong description is truncated. Yeah, let's do that. So, we were supposed to replace these last 5 characters with ... because it was too long, right? Okay, so let's look. Nope, not here. Ledger. So I have 26 here. I think the max is probably 25. And I am just gonna roll that into the pad right, probably. I guess. Okay, so I have a note here. We should use string builder for this. Well, I am. Okay, so the note is not needed. And I have it here as well, don't I? All right. So the note is not needed. We are using string builder. So I'm going to say if s length greater than width, then we're going to cut it off. We are going to turn s substring Can we do it that way? I guess it would be a capital, right? Substring. Let me just bring it up on Microsoft. Okay. Microsoft C# string substring. Yeah. So this one only takes one int and has a specified length. Okay. So I'm gonna go 0 to width -3 plus, and that might do it. Let's see what it says. Oh, I left out a curly brace. Where's that? Oh, right here, of course. Okay, so it did pass. So that was an easy one. Credit and debit. Interesting. So it looks like I have a date wrong here. Oh, wait. Credit and debit. So I have buy. No, I have get, but expected was buy. So what is that about? Oh, here's an easier one, probably. Multiple entries on same date, ordered by description. Oh, okay. So I've just been putting them out in the order that I get them in, but it looks like we are probably supposed to order them by date? Okay. It's probably pretty simple. Let's take a look. So here, for entry in entries, we want these entries to be sorted, right? And we want to provide a sort function. So let's look. Microsoft C# sorted array. Okay, so it's a dot sort, and do we pass in, like, do we pass in a lambda or something? That's the way I would prefer to do it, I think. Let's look at an example. So here we used my comparer, which was my reverser class, iComparer. So I'd prefer to just pass in this compare method as a lambda, which I think is supported, maybe? Let's look. Or just as a terse anonymous function, whatever it is we want to call that. I think it might be here. So we did sort with reverse comparer. I guess it goes on like this for a while, huh? Okay, so let's look here. iComparer interface. Well, if that's the way it's to be done, then I guess that's the way it is to be done. Alright, so Using... okay, sure. Using system collections. Okay. Private class. Well, actually, what if, can we make the ledger entry itself implement comparable? Maybe that would make more sense. Can a struct implement an interface? I'm not positive. I might need to change it to a class. But, you know what? Sure, let's put comparable. And we'll see what it says. Whoops. Comparable, right? And then here we'll put public, and is it an int? Compare to, and it takes ledger entry other. Yeah, public int compare to. I guess it takes object obj. Maybe it doesn't have to. Compare to ledger entry other. Okay, so if the other one is bigger, wait a minute. Okay, so they compared doubles here. Okay, so we'll say var date comp equals, and then we'll say this dot date dot compare to other date. If date comp is 0, return this dot desc compare to other return date comp. It says, there's no way. Ledger entry, oh, it has to be compared to object. Okay, so I will say object other, and then we'll say I guess, oh wait, I don't want to show that. I guess I will just do what they did. So I'll say if other equals null, return 1, like they did, right? And then I'll say ledger entry other equals whoops. Other equals O as ledger entry. Yeah? if other not equal null, right? Throw, and then what was the exception again? Argument exception. New argument exception. Other, or let's say, object is not a ledger entry. So I see a warning. Okay, the as must be used with a reference type. Oh, okay, so we can't use as with a struct. Can we... Yeah, okay. So... it doesn't seem much like a struct anymore, honestly. I'm just gonna try using class. Is that crazy? Alright, so what's it gonna say now? Read only is not valid? Okay, I guess I'll get rid of it. Okay, I did get a couple warnings. It says... Oh, goodness. Converting null literal or possible null value to non-nullable type. And that's on 19. And then here on 17, nullability of reference types in type of parameter O doesn't match implicitly implemented member. Okay, so I should probably put the question mark there, I guess. And that is... Okay, so we do still have one warning, and it says it's on 19, converting null literal to non-nullable type. Here. Oh, really? So should I put the question mark here as well? Or I guess here. Okay, it cleared the warnings, it looks like, so that's good. Alright, now, I was trying to do which one? Okay, so we need another order tiebreaker. That's fine. So this will be var desc comp equals, and then if desc comp is 0, return this dot amount compared to other amount. Okay, a little goofy. Is it goofy? I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Oh my gosh, a semicolon. Okay, so 7 still failed. So I was trying to do final order tiebreaker is change, right? I've got $2 there. So that's kind of uncool. Let me fix the $2 first of all. Okay, final order tiebreaker is change. Do you think is it reverse order? Final order tiebreaker is change. I don't. Okay, let's look at it here. Okay, so they put in something, and they put in 0, -1, and 1. Oh, interesting. So it looks like I am getting a 0 first. All right. Well, if it's 0 first, then I've just messed up whatever it was that I thought I had done in the ordering. So we did not throw argument exception. We were supposed to return. Oh, wait. Yeah, we were supposed to compare amounts. This dot amount compare to other dot amount. Interesting. So this one's not working either. Oh, wait a minute. I've left something out. The first thing I was supposed to do, and I got sidetracked, I guess. We're supposed to actually sort these. Okay, so the sorting was array.sort method, and we do it like array.sort, and the options are we can just pass in the array. That sounds like the winner to me. So is that better? No. Array does not contain a definition for sort. Okay, well, I messed it up. So array example array dot sort. Oh wait, did I spell it with a small s? Oh my goodness, I probably did. Yep. Crazy. Oh, it sorts it in place? Okay, my bad. So this is going to be entries, array sort entries. With the small s again. That's a crazy habit to be in. But, I mean, to be fair, I do feel like using a capital letter for the method name is, like, I mean, it's what we always do in C#. And I used to use C#, like, on the job. It's been a long time. I'm out of the habit. All right, so here we go. So strings differ. Okay, so this is not right. Oh, because I changed the Well, actually, what did I do? Basically, let's just fix the padding thing. Wait a minute. So expected, oh, interesting. Oh my gosh. So apparently if it's like this, I'm going to put a space at the end. It's weird. And that did make it pass. Okay. All right. So now we've got 3 that are Dutch, and we've got Euros. I'm going to do Euros before Dutch. It is close to being done, I guess, probably. Okay, so we just used a different symbol there. So let's look at currency. Are you cool? All right, I think currency is probably still in here somewhere. Currency format specifier right here. Okay, so we can... oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay. So what it looks like to me at the moment is that we probably just want to define the currency symbol like they've done here, I guess. Wait a minute. Number format info, current info, currency symbol? Huh. All right. Well, I guess I'll just try passing it in like that. Let's see what happens. That seems like it's probably the right way, in some sense. So we're passing in a locale, right? So if we, wait a minute. So we're going to choose toString, and we're going to pass in this culture info, I guess. Oh my goodness. I was looking to see if there's a link. Okay. This. System globalization. Okay. Sure. And then we will hop over to what? Here? Okay. So this is not going to be true anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to try to use the globalization facilities that are given to us by Microsoft. Let me put that as a note. We are going to try to make use of the globalization facilities, which have been provided for us by Microsoft. Okay, so we're going to try to support that. So we're not going to do that. Where's my music? Oh. Okay, I gotta take a second and take my shoes off and get water. I'll put up the BRB. It should be just a minute. Ah, that BRB is way off again. I guess I'm just gonna have to update this script, right? All right, I'll be back. Hopefully just like that. All right, back. All right. Okay, so we're gonna try to use the culture. So we set the culture info current culture, and then we just, I guess, just put in the string that we got, I think. I mean, it seems simple. I think that's the intention of the exercise, right? Is to kind of have you use these facilities. That's my guess. I'm gonna put that as a note. My guess is that part of the intent of the exercise must be to encourage us to use these facilities. You know what? I haven't been using emojis enough. Let's add one. Penguin? How about just grin? Grin, yes. Yes, okay. Okay, great. So we're not going to do this. We are going to say, what was it again? Culture info dot current culture equals new culture info. All right, whoops. Smart. New culture info, and we just put in locale. So I'm ignoring the currency thing. So I think we get a currency passed in, right? Oh, no, it's a currency name. Okay, I'm not going to try to figure that out yet. I'm just going to use the locale for now. Okay, let's see what that looks like when we just run it like that. Okay, so now it's 10 fail. Okay, so which of these was passing before and is now failing? Okay, so I've got a minus instead of parentheses, and this was discussed on the site. Somewhere. there. What happened with my music? Oh, it's just soft. Okay, so currency symbol. Okay, but this is not the one we want. We wanted currency negative pattern. Let's take a look. Holy crap. Uh, holy smokes. I'm not sure if this page is helpful just yet. Is that a lot of power to be able to just delete whatever? Oh, it didn't work there. So I guess it's not a lot of power. Alright, anyway. My goodness. I thought I was moving along a little bit. So, that's crazy. So we want culture info. And it has a number format. Okay, so did any of it look right at all? No, not really. Yeah, I don't think any of it looked right at all. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So we can set various things, right? Oh, they used USD here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we want number format and then currency symbol. Okay. So it should be 0 on 67. This is getting really long. 10 failed. Okay, so EUR. Interesting. So we want this. Yeah, let's copy that. I think the switch is supposed to look different. Maybe. That's the one I wanted. This one. Okay. So we broke everything, and they've stayed broken for a while, but now some are fixed, but not a lot. Well, so, okay. So then here we need that space added back in. Okay, so we're down to failed 3. Oh, great. Great. So then... Oh, interesting. So if the locale is Dutch, then we're supposed to change these words. Okay, interesting. So let's say var header row, whoops, equals, and then we'll say locale equals like that, I guess. This is so nasty. I think my refactor is gonna be nastier than the original. I'll spend some time refactoring at the end, but it sure is nasty right now. Holy crap. Okay, so Dutch. So it's supposed to be NL. Okay. Was that it, or did I reverse them? I think I just reversed them. It's small first, then big. Okay. And then here, we're going to paste the expected string, which is this. I need NG in there. And then we need a different date format. Okay, so the date format is just going to be with slashes and the month first, sensible enough. This. I think I had it backwards when I spoke before. Is that gonna work? Oh, a little slow. Oh, did it do it? Oh, Looks like it. This right here is long as heck. Yep, that does indeed look formatted. Okay, cool. Excellent. Seemed like it took a while, maybe just a first-time startup thing. Okay. Okay, so what's passing, what's not passing? There's only one left not passing. Dutch negative number with 3 digits before decimal point. Okay, so in this case, we're supposed to use minus. And we're supposed to use a comma. So let's look at number format again. So the currency decimal separator is going to be comma. If locale equals... Did I get that backwards again? I think I did. No, that's right. Currency decimal separator equals... Okay. And then... This is not going to be 0, it's going to be some other one. It's going to be 1, I guess, probably. Okay. Looks like I've got... Okay, so it's expected to have the $sign before. And so that is going to be 12. All right. Oh my gosh. Still? $11 passed. This is really ugly. So I'm gonna take a minute here and try, I guess, to hopefully, refactor a little bit, because what I've got, I bet it's uglier than what they had originally. I don't know. It's super long, that's for sure. I'm using a bunch of crap. It's just, yeah, it really seems all over the place, honestly. So... let me take a second and think about it. I'm going to crack open my water. What is the worst code? I don't think this is the worst code. it's pretty bad. I don't know if it's going to be able to respond. Let's see. I think it should. Yeah, it's right here. AI, what is the worst code? Is it going to be able to respond? Maybe not. How do we activate, how do we see the, let's see, K10 temp? Does this seem high? Maybe, not really. Okay, so it's almost time for me to go. I think I do want to have this finished and out of the way, probably. Oh, it finally spoke. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So the reason it was taking forever is because it decided to write War and Peace, the War and Peace of AI chatbot responses. And in the end, it just says, okay, chat, let's go. Spaghetti code is the worst. Let's do this. And that's a good answer. Spaghetti code is the worst. Sure, why not? Wow, it came up with a crazy missive. All right, I'm going to read this. Because sure, let's see what my chatter would think if I would let it speak. Okay, let's talk about some truly awful code. It's a surprisingly common topic in developer circles. Here's a breakdown of what often qualifies as the worst code, focusing on common issues and examples. Number 1, spaghetti code. What it is? This is the classic. It's code that's massively complex, tangled, and difficult to understand or modify. It lacks structure, uses excessive nesting, and has many interwoven dependencies. Example, conceptual. Conceptual example. Imagine a single function that does 20 different things, calls 10 other functions that do even more, and all of it nested within tons of if statements. Why it's bad? Almost impossible to debug, maintain, or extend. Changes in one area can have unpredictable effects elsewhere. Yeah, I think we've probably all been there at one point or another. Code duplication, copy-paste programming. What it is, repeating the same code in multiple places. Example, writing the same code to validate email addresses in 5 different parts of a program. Why it's bad? Increases the risk of errors. If a bug is found in one instance, you have to fix it everywhere. Makes updates difficult. 3. Long function/methods. What it is, functions or methods that are excessively long. Typically over 20 to 30 lines, depending on... 20 to 30 doesn't sound that long. I'm surprised. I mean, it's a dumb AI, let's be real. Sure, over 20 to 30 lines, sure. Why it's bad? Violates the single responsibility principle. Hard to understand and test. Often a sign that a function is doing too much. I don't know, maybe. Lack of comments and documentation. Ooh, that is the worst, isn't it? That is the worst. What it is. Code that doesn't explain why things are done, just what they do. Why it's bad? Makes it incredibly difficult for others, or even yourself in the future, to understand the logic. 5. Magic numbers strings. And we've got a bunch of those in the one that I just did. And I'm going to submit it with them because, I mean, it's time. It's basically my bedtime. It's basically my bedtime and I'm going to head out. Hard-coded values directly in the code. For example, if x equals 10. Oh, but why is there a 10 here? Do we know why there's a 10 here? No, we don't even know. Unless mine is full of magic values. instead of using a named constant like max value. Oh, so if it's max value, wouldn't that make more sense? Why it's bad? Makes the code less readable, harder to change, and more prone to errors. Global variables overuse. What it is: variables accessible from anywhere in the code. Why it's bad? Increases the chance of accidental modification, and makes it harder to reason about the state of the program. Oh no. So if they're read-only, that's a completely different story. Like, read-only is a different, like, read-only constants and shit, that's common, right? Poor naming conventions. What it is? Using vague or misleading names for variables, functions, and classes. For example, data1, temp, flag. Sometimes some of these can be appropriate, of course. Maybe, right? Why it's bad? Makes it harder to understand the purpose of the code at a glance. Okay, so we'll try for good naming conventions. 8. Overly complex logic. What it is? Using convoluted conditional statements, nested loops, and other techniques to solve simple problems. Oh no. Oh no. I think this is the one that I'm most guilty of in the one that I just did, but it's time for me to submit it, so whatever. Important note, what constitutes bad code is somewhat subjective and depends on the context, project size, team experience, etc. However, the principles above are generally accepted as best practices for writing maintainable, reliable code. Okay, let's do a quick poll in chat to see what people think. Which of these do you think is the most common issue you see in poorly written code? A. Spaghetti code. B. Lack of comments. C. Long functions. Or D. Copy-paste. Let me know your vote. Honestly, I would say the most common issue for me is actually probably a combination of C and D. It's long functions that are copy-pasted many times. And yeah, I do think that it is a little bit annoying, or it can be. But whatever. All right, so I'm going to submit that. So we're going to say, let's test one more time. Exorcism submit. Ledger CS. Sure. Oh man, all right, so it's submitted. Let's hop into it, and I'm going to add this. Oh, it says processing, but it says there are a couple of issues. Okay, so if it's saying there are issues, I can try and fix those. What does it say? Use string interpolation. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the plus and use string interpolation. That's fine. The create entry only has a single statement. Expression-bodied method. Okay, okay. Let's try both of those hints. Okay, so this, is it this? No, which one has only a single statement? It was create ledger, create entry. Oops, create, yeah. Okay, so we want to say, is it like that? Oops, I meant to test. Okay, and then the other hint was to not use the plus. So instead of doing this, we are going to do $. All right. Just get rid of these. Okay. Sure. Where else do we have a plus? Okay, so we'll just get rid of this. Add this, right? Okay, where else do we have a plus? Oh, that's all the pluses. Okay. Test. And, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. It says s.substring. Okay, I messed that up. Let's look again. So I forgot to put this, right? And I did straight up forget that. I don't know why, but brain fart. All right, let's submit. Okay, so 3 iterations. It says this one did pass, but with one issue. And this one passed with no notes, no auto suggestions. Okay, cool, that's fine. So, it is pretty nasty. Happy day, they made it easy on us and used the same date format for every single test case. Yep, that is nice. Honestly, when I first loaded the exercise, I thought there were going to be multiple date formats. We are going to try to make use of the globalization facilities which have been provided for us by Microsoft. My guess is that part of the intent of the exercise must be to encourage us to use these facilities. Okay, so that is what we do. I don't know if it makes much sense. So those are the only comments I ended up including, so I guess that's okay. But overall, pretty nasty. Should we review what the original code looked like? Or should we look at community solutions? Fewest lines. This one is 35, so that's a lot fewer. So honestly, getting it down to 35 would be an enormous improvement. I mean, really, like, I think one of the biggest problems with my solution, in my opinion, is that there's just too much here. This is way more work than we should be doing, I think. So I don't think I could get it down to 35, but if I were to refactor, I think I would probably aim for about 70. About half of what it is, ish. I would probably aim to get it below 70, but I'm not going to do that now. I am going to log off. Bye.